A Walmart group.
You ever seen Idiocracy?
No.
You never seen Idiocracy before?
No.
Watch that movie. Okay, this is 4 Alpha Table Talk Show. 1 Alpha, take 1.
Oh, crap.
All right. Everybody's phones off?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. This is the Airsoft Not So Round Table. This is Matt, and we're joined again by Jet. We invited him back. I don't know why we did, but we did.
Because he's funny and he looks cool.
More looks cool than anything else.
Yeah, he looks operator.
Yes.
So anyway, this is the show where you submit the questions via our YouTube page, and we will put these questions in the helmet of whatever we called it. And we'll grab them out and we'll answer your questions. So let's get started. We'll do guess first again.
Okay, thank you. All right. Oh, this one just kind of fell into my hand. Jordan Buddy. Cookies versus bacon.
Nice.
What?
Nice. I'm down with this question.
We do not
Even though it's not
pre-screen
Airsoft
these questions.
related.
Somebody else does, but
Okay.
we don't see them.
Cookies versus bacon.
Huh.
Cookies. I'm going with cookies.
Can I have a bacon cookie? Is that feasible?
I think you could. I think you could take your standard like sugar cookie and then put pieces of bacon in while it was baking.
Everything is better with bacon.
That's the thing. That's why I think bacon wins this argument, because you can literally put bacon with anything and make it better. I don't want cookies in my salad, or cookies on top of my donut, or cookies in my ice. Well, I suppose you could do cookies in ice cream. Yeah, that'd be an ice cream sandwich.
I kind of want to say cookies. If I just had to choose one or the other, I think I would go with cookies.
Choose cookies.
Yeah.
Fools.
Right, well, next, make a pizookie. That's bacon.
You can't weave.
Oh,
you can't weave.
No,
you can't weave bacon.
No,
you can't weave cookies.
We're
Pizookie.
Pizookie,
because that's a cookie on steroids.
Disagree.
All right.
All right.
That was simple. All right, I'll go next. Let's see. Oh. All right. This is from
What?
Moses. I'm not saying your last name. I apologize. People screw my name up all the time, so
That's okay. We're gonna post the comment anyway.
Yeah. So. Anyway, hey guys, I was curious as to your thoughts on how far you should have to be
when you bang.
when you bang a player. I personally don't mind it. It feels it adds suspense to the game.
First of all, we need to unify the rules airsoft wide for the engagement distance and word used to surrender somebody. I don't know, some fields it's bang bang, some fields it's surrender, some people it's safety kill,
cold
kill. I think bang bang's cool because it replicates the sound of the gun. Bang, 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 and we were playing at Tac City like 3 weeks ago, and I came around this corner.
Surrender.
I know, but I don't follow that rule. So I came around this corner and I was just like bang, 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 and I scared the crap out of the guy. And because I can say bang faster than I can say surrender, 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 surrender,
or safety
I don't get caught up with my words instead of trying to eliminate somebody without shooting him. Because I had the drop on the guy.
All right, I hate bang bang, surrender.
Thank you.
All of that stuff. Okay, so you are correct when you say we need a unified national level set of rules. Because, okay, so what I've noticed from my travels is out here in the western region of America, there's a lot of minimum engagement distance, 10 feet, 15 feet sometimes. Once you start getting further east, they don't care. I know Texas, most of Texas has no minimum engagement, which I absolutely like, because I hate bang bang surrender, because to me it screws up the flow of the game and it's really cheesy in my opinion. Like, okay, at that point, bang bang, we're playing cowboys and Indians. I didn't play. I came here to shoot people with plastic pellets.
So big boy rules.
Yeah.
But the problem is I'm gonna play devil's advocate. I personally like no engagement rules at all. I'd rather just get shot personally. I'd rather shoot somebody else personally.
Yeah.
The issue comes from with minors and airsoft fields. That's really where it gets iffy. So are you okay with, let's say you're playing at Tac City tomorrow, and let's say you shoot a minor 5 feet away.
Sorry, little Jimmy, you just got 6 rounds to the face mask from my Maru 870.
Okay, so you're saying you're going to target the head.
As long as the player understands the rules going into the game before they play, as long as you explain, look, there is no minimum engagement distance. So if Timmy comes home at the end of today with red welts and he complains about getting shot point blank, that's the rules of the field. right?
Right.
Yes.
Right.
But I mean, I
even though this is America and none of those disclaimers mean anything in a lawsuit.
Yeah. I hate Bang Bang. I think it's I don't. There's no drama to it.
I'm actually the opposite. I could shoot people faster than I could blurt out. You're all dead.
Bang, 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 bang.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I don't know. My gun can't shoot that fast.
Besides, I don't know about you, but the coolest thing about Airsoft is when there's a level of fear.
Yes.
When there's that.
Like when we played Simunition, there was that fear there.
When we played when we had Simunition, it was fear involved. You're like, I mean, I was lucky. I was the first one shot, so I was like, oh, that wasn't that bad. But
make sure that you come around corners more apprehensively.
It definitely made you think, if I come around this corner, I'm gonna get shot, or I'm in a fatal funnel, I'm gonna get shot. Like that's what happened to me the first game. I'm like, I'm in a place I shouldn't be right now.
And then you behave more realistically.
Yeah.
So I think with that fear plays a lot into how awesome Airsoft is.
All right.
That's what we probably went on that question a little too long. We're all kind of unified.
Okay, next question comes from Cobalt Rose 249. Evike/people at the Not So Round Table. You're the slash people today. Your thoughts on CO2 versus green gas and propane?
Well, I've been using my Elite.4 1911 TAC, and that's a CO2 powered gun. And I really like that gun. I mean, I have been using green gas propane for a long time, but there are some downsides to that. I mean, once the weather starts getting cold, the green gas isn't going to perform so well. I don't know. It seems like it tends to leak a little bit more. Plus, the kick from the CO2 is outstanding, in my opinion. So I probably would lean more toward a CO2 gun right now.
For me, the having to switch the CO2 cartridge in game, while I mean I don't really use CO2 pistols, so that may not be such a big deal as much as I make it out to be. But I'm so used to using green gas and just being able to like gas up real quick, and keep a bottle of green gas with me instead of trying to swap out a CO2 shell with an Allen wrench.
Yeah.
Is it a huge deal when you have to do it on the field?
It's pretty time consuming. I mean, you definitely have to have more than just one magazine if you're gonna run CO2. You can't just get by with the one single mag, because you got to bust your tool out, take it out, put a new cartridge back in, as opposed to, oh, I'm running low, slide my mag out.
Right.
Okay, I'm good.
Now, if we're talking non-handguns, if there's like a CO2 sniper rifle, total sense, because you're not shooting that many rounds. The cartridge, you don't have to carry around a bottle and try to fill through that stupid ejection port, and especially if you have a scope on, you can't get the green gas bottle. Speaking from personal experience here.
He's complaining.
So, I don't know.
I'd say CO2 is probably the way to go. I mean, especially if you're like a 1911 user, the mag is so small for green gas. You have like no, whereas with the Elite Force one, like you said, you could run 2 mags almost with that one cartridge.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I use the green gas KSC, so I mean, I think it depends on the gun, but I think I'd like to see more CO2 stuff that's reliable.
All right.
Reliable CO2.
You want to choose the next one?
All right.
Yes.
Last question.
All right. Oh, another big one.
You drove all the way out here just to.
Oh, there's 2 in this. Okay. Okay. Oh no.
It's just
what
a
the heck?
really long
Jesus. Zombie Gamer 2012. I love this. Do more. And for my question, what do you think of the idiots that break the rules and risk having airsoft banned? For example, if a kid goes out in public with an airsoft gun and gets killed by a police officer because he thought it was a real gun. Ooh, okay.
It's very sensitive.
Yes, it's very
sensitive. Okay.
Keep it PC.
Okay, I guess I'll start. Ooh. Okay, the thing to remember is that the people that end up in these unfortunate situations are, by and large, not airsofters. Because if you're here watching this video or you shop at an airsoft retailer, the odds are that you already understand that these are not toys. And I think that's the important thing to remember, is that, you know, we as retailers and manufacturers and members of the airsoft community put out as many videos as we can talking about safety and talking about responsible behavior while using airsoft products. And it's always important to remember that they're not toys and they're not meant to be used outside of their intended purpose. And that means, you know, behaving appropriately when you get into situations like the ones our questionnaire posed. You know, that's when you have issues.
Yeah, and usually this situation happens you know, in a neighborhood, at a school, or somewhere else out in the public eye where airsoft does not belong whatsoever. You should be playing at sanctioned fields, you know, just approved playing areas. Just stay out of the public eye. Your local school, you know, the field, you know, next to your house in the middle of your neighborhood, those are not places to play airsoft. Yeah. You know, and that's when we have these unfortunate situations. Yeah. And, you know, to kind of go into the situation itself, you know, only you can really prevent that from happening. You know, if your buddies are like, hey, let's go, you know, in my backyard or, you know, in the field across from my house and go play airsoft and put all our gear on and look cool. No, don't do that. Stand
up and say it.
Yeah, you know, yeah, you got to stand up to your buddy and be like, no, dude, that's probably not a good idea. You know, we're probably going to get into a lot of trouble, in which you will. So, you know, just it starts with you as the individual to help hammer that into your buddies.
Whether or not they watch the safety PSAs, you're here, you're watching it, it's your responsibility as well.
Yeah. Now, if you do find yourself in that unfortunate situation for whatever means, I mean, we're not blaming you. If you do find yourself, though, and you do encounter the police or anyone else, you know, and they give you some kind of order or they're yelling, don't try your best not to react in any kind of threatening manner. You know, just
don't hesitate. Just follow exactly the directions. Right. If they tell you to drop something, drop it. If they tell you to lay down, lay down. There's no sense in resisting following directions, especially when it's something as serious as that.
Well, I think education is the key. I mean, you've got to make sure that if you see something unsafe, like your friend's doing something unsafe, even if it's at a field, tell them. Say, hey, you're being unsafe. You know, if you're walking around, let's say you see somebody doing something, like call them out on it. A lot of people stay still and they won't call people out when something's wrong or when they're doing something unsafe. Yeah. These people are the ones you need to watch out for, and these are the people you need to educate. We could put out videos all day, like we were saying, all day of safety, 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 but it's up to the users to help spread that word. I mean, YouTube's big, but I mean, it's not as big as if you just keep
talking about it.
As entire communities can talk about it.
Yeah. So like if you see like your friend walking down the street with his gun, be like, "Hey, dude, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
Put that in a gun bag.
I've done that to people.
You shouldn't honestly, you shouldn't be walking down the street with a gun bag in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, I think that goes without saying. Like, at no point should it be in any view of the public eye, whether it's in a gun bag or not. It should be in a vehicle or at home.
Yeah, and if you're waiting to get picked up by your friends, you know, like you're going, just wait in your house. There's no reason to be sitting out on the street with that. You're just looking suspicious, and you're going to call attention to yourself, which could put you in a bad situation.
Yeah, in that bad situation.
So that's kind of all we have for this one.
So hopefully we didn't end on too somber of a note, and hopefully you guys got a little bit out of all the questions we answered, gave you a little bit more of a rounded view on the airsoft community. We'd like to thank Jet one more time for joining us this week here at the Not So Round Table. If you guys have future questions for George and I or anybody else that we bring on as a guest, go ahead and submit those in the comment section below, and those will go into this awesome helmet of reasoning or helmet of knowledge or whatever we're calling it that week. We'll draw those questions and answer them for you. So until next time, see you later.